Hey, what's up, you guys? It's the Sweet Tea Show, and I'm back to talk about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6, Episode 2. So we leave off where we left off. Oh, that came out crazy. I always get my words mixed up as soon as I start the video. We leave off where how, we start off the show where we left off last week. There we go. Moniece and April meet up and they're talking, and the conversation went quite well. They both actually had an understanding, even though Moniece was about to turn up on April just a little bit, but I feel like she was just getting loud so April can understand where she was coming from. And basically the two talk about April was saying, Moniece was saying this about her vagina. You were saying I was prostituting. You act like you have a problem with me. And Moniece basically says, again, my problem is not with you. My problem's with my baby daddy. And it's the fact that we have to try to co-parent. And he straight up lied to me. Then she told April it's not her job to report back to her about her kid. And April actually had an understanding. She actually agreed to that. And Moniece was just saying that she never said anything bad about April. She said the only thing her and her child ever talked about was, she said, what did you do with daddy? And he said that we was at Auntie April's house. And she was like, oh, okay, how did that go? And he was like, it was good, but I think daddy and April are dating. I don't know. And she said, no, they're not. They're just friends. So that was about it. And April kind of feel like she agrees with Moniece because she has issues with her own baby daddy. So they just came to an agreement about, they're sorry for what happened. Even though April says she's going to forgive Moniece cautiously because she knows Moniece like to play victim. But in this scene, I don't feel like Moniece was playing victim. She owned up to everything she said. She owned up to everything she did. And that was that. So moving on from that, we get to see Apple Watts. Apple Watts is back. I loved Apple Watts from last season. She was cool. She was funny. She was very real. She was just trying to find herself. And I think this season she's going to be trying to find herself again. However, I got to talk about Apple Watts for a second. Apple Watts, don't get on this show acting like the crackhead Carly from ATL. Okay, don't do that. You ain't got to do all that and all that stuff, all that shaking like you having a seizure and stuff like that. Like, you ain't got to do all that because you going to make me think you doing drugs, and you look good. You don't look like you're on drugs, but don't come on the show acting like that. You can prove your point without doing all the extra antiques. So Apple Watts is back. She talks about her career. She talks about how I think she said her 15-year-old, her 16-year-old. Either way it goes, she has a teenager boy. He's now living with her sister because he keeps getting in a lot of trouble. So she has her two younger kids with her. She said that the guy who tried to pretend to be her dad last year, you guys know how that went. She no longer talks to him. That girl mama, I can't remember the lady name, but I know her daughter name was Amber. She's no longer Apple Watts manager. So Apple Watts just been trying to find herself and focus on her music or whatever. She's cutting all kind of negativity out of her life or whatever. She still talks about how she has a hard time trusting in people and letting people in. But there's one person she does trust, and she's been knowing for a while, and that's Yo-Yo. We get introduced to Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo has been in the industry since 1990, baby. And yes, I was born because I was 1992. But child, y'all know I was on like 6 when this happened. So anyway, yes, JoJo says she was Ice Cube protege. She's been in the game for 30 years, so she knows what she's talking about. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of mad that Yo-Yo is on this show because it's like, when I think of Love and Hip Hop, I just think of all the ratchetness and how some people are trying to just get back in the industry or try to get in the industry and make something of themselves. And what I got from Yo-Yo tonight, she basically was just trying to help young people and try to help people get into the industry. And she's trying to mentor people. And that's what she was giving me with Apple Watts. She was like her mentor / her friend / her manager. And that's probably what Apple Watts needs. So I'm just trying to think to myself, like, if Yo-Yo keep this image and keep out of the bullshit and the he say, she say, and the drinks throwing and the wig snatching, then we're good, because she's a legend to me. Like, she knows her stuff. Like, she's been in the industry. Like she said, she has 30 years. So people like her, I really don't want on this show. But if that's what you're on the show to do, then just keep it as that. But don't be in none of that negative bullshit scenes. Like, I just don't want that for her. Because when I look at people like her, I look at like Queen Latifah or Missy Elliott, you know, women like that. So it's like, I really don't want them on the show unless they're going to mentor people. Really, I don't even much want you on the show mentoring people with them cameras on. Like, do it offside, like, you know, outside of that place. But that's just my opinion. That's all. So, but yeah, we get introduced to Yo-Yo, and she's like I said, mentoring and managing and a friend to Apple Watts. They've been knowing each other for years. She says she knows Apple Watts is rough around the edges, but she says Apple Watts came from Compton. She came from Compton, so they both are in the same league, so she can work with stuff like that. She also talks about she knows how Apple Watts is hard to trust people. She's hard to let people in what she fears, and she says that's what she's here to do. So, like I said, she's a mentor to her. We also see later on Apple Watts and has showed up to one of, how can I say it? She showed up to one of her shows, to one of the things that she was booking for young teenagers to prove themselves of rap and stuff like that. Also, I forgot her name. Just a quick Yo-Yo. I'm all over the place today, y'all. I'm tired. Like, today was the first day of school. I woke up 6:35 this morning to get my twins to school. Had to be to work in 2 hours after that. So I'm just like all over the place. But anywho, yeah, so Yo-Yo is opening up this school. I think she was saying it was going to be called the Yo-Yo School or Yo-Yo School for Youngs or something like that. She was saying, like, she wants it to be a young hip-hop place. And it's nice. Like, it was an old plane garage or whatever, helicopter garage. So it's cool. And we got Mr. Ray. I was just told if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing nice at all. So I'm not even finna get into that with Mr. Ray. Like, the new haircut, I will say Mr. Ray is giving me Dr. Evil tease from Austin Powers. Moving on from that. So yeah, so we introduced him to that, and in walks in Summer Bunny with some other guy, and Yo-Yo is happy to see her. Yo-Yo's gonna be working with her, and it's like, oh God, here we go. So Yo-Yo asked Summer Bunny to spit her a rap, and she starts spitting this rap to myself. Yeah, I take your man. He gives me head, and I'm that chick, and this and that. Then Apple Watch just jumps in to myself. Make sure y'all feed her and send the bitch. I don't even know. Like, I wasn't even trying to catch on to the rap like that. But everybody was just like, oh. But then, you know, at first Apple Watch like, I'm just playing or whatever. And basically Summer Bunny was just like, I want you to get to know me. And she was like, well, let me tell you something. I used to be a stripper, and I said, oh my God, when Apple Watts said that, I would have damn near fell out. Mr. Ray was me at that point. It was even Mr. Ray or Yo-Yo. One of them said, oh my God, when she said that. I was like, well, at least she's keeping it real. At least she let us know she was a stripper and she was sucking dick on the side. So, girl, I guess. So, anywho, yeah, she was like, I understand that hustle. You get it where you got to get it and whatever. But then Summer Bunny had said something about, yeah, just try to get to know me. And then, what's her name? Apple Watts was just all like, I am getting to know you. And then it got to the point they both started getting disrespectful. Somebody said, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. That's not how you talk to me. Apple Watch sounds like I can talk to you any kind of way. And they were just going back and forth, cussing each other out. And next thing you know, you see Summer Bunny trying to take off her shoes. And Apple Watch get real hot. Apple Watch like, what you take off your shoe for, ho? What you take off your shoe for? And they escort Apple Watch out. And Apple Watch is all out there telling myself she will beat the bitch ass on God. And she, and I will beat this bitch ass for real. It's on sight and all that. I'm just like, is the Molly kick in my jock voice when he told Carly that last season? Because I was like, what was that? And while Apple Watts is outside acting like a complete lunatic, you got Summer Bunny in there boo-boo crying, playing victim. I was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this happened to me. Like, why is she coming at me like, I don't even know this chick or whatever. And then you got Yo-Yo just saying, dry your tears. Don't let another bitch bring tears to you and this and that. And you got Apple Watts out there telling Mr. Ray, fuck that bitch. This bitch out here over here trying to fuck rappers to get pregnant. I'm over here trying to get the motherfucking bag. She ain't real. She taking off her motherfucking shoes. A real bitch would took off that wig. That's what a bitch really go for. Fuck wrong with her. And I'm just like, oh, damn, Apple Watts. Tell me how you really feel. Like, I found it funny though, but Apple Watts was doing too much. She was doing too much. But Apple Watts is one of those friends like, you got my girl fucked up, you fucking her husband or whatever. Now, with that being said, and I'm going to move on from this scene. Apple Watts, you doing all of that over these two relationships. Lyrica and A1 relationship. Now, don't be one of those friends from ATL, like with the Kurt and Rashida situation. You see how everybody was fighting Rashida battle, fighting Jasmine, throwing shoes at her, always coming at her, but nobody would check Kurt. Don't be that type of friend. Don't be checking just a bitch and be smiling in A1's face because he's your girl's husband. Okay, let's not do that. I can't stand when people do that. We always want to attack the chick. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending side chicks, but I'm just saying we always want to attack the side chicks, but nobody want to confront the man. At the end of the day, A1 said vows to Lyrica and renewed his vows and had a baby with her, not Summer Bunny. However, I'm not giving her a pass. Yes, you wrong, Summer Bunny, you wrong, and that's nothing. You sitting up here crying and stuff. You want us to take you serious, but it's like, girl, just last year, you almost broke up Offset and Cardi's B relationship. And you was all on social media. I didn't know they was married. Now you're doing the same thing with A1. So, girl, you have a reputation. At this point, nobody's going to try to take you serious about no music. We always going to look at you as the girl who tried to break up Offset and Cardi's B relationship. I'm sorry, but that's what we're going to look at you as. And now you're coming on Love and Hip Hop doing the exact same thing. The first episode, we see a clip, you recording this man and having a FaceTime with this man. So it's like, no one's going to take you serious, sweetheart. And to be honest, I really don't care to hear your music or Blac Chyna's music. I can't take neither one of you two females serious. And that took me the fuck out when Apple Watts said this Blac Chyna wannabe. I mean, both of them ain't really that attractive to me, if you ask me. But if I had to pick, Summer Bunny do look a little bit better than Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna just look too authentic, like too much plastic to me, just too much drawed on the face. Like, anyway, moving on from that, we get this scene with Lyrica and her best friend. I think her best friend was named C. I didn't even pay attention to what her best friend name is. She had the dreads, and Princess was there, and they're all talking, and Lyrica is venting to her friends about how her and A1 are doing, and they're not doing too good. She's saying how she's seen it all on the blog. She's seen the Jason Lee video, how A1's been out here wilding, talking to Summer Bunny and whatnot. And it just breaks her heart that her husband is doing that. She tells her friends, I actually thought last year after saying our vows, we was going to be in a better place. We was going to have a new trust. I gave him a baby, and this is what he does. And her friend had to remind her, like, this is why I told you to come out to Atlanta. Like, you need to keep in mind, you were Lyrica Anderson before him. You're going to be Lyrica Anderson without him. And then Princess chimes in. She said, I too understand exactly where you're coming from. I didn't tell anybody this. Like, I felt like Ray was going down this path, and it was kind of upsetting me. I was very emotional. It's like, come on now. I gave you a baby, like, whatever. But then Princess did tell Lyrica, a baby don't save a relationship. And it really don't. And listening to Lyrica, she was saying she always did something to make A1 happy. Like, she wanted to know, is this the right way to wear her hair? Is this the way the music should be? She gives him a baby. And it's like, sis, that's where you fuck up at. Husband or no husband, you need to learn how to do stuff for you, not just for a man. I always tell people, I even tell my boyfriend this, like, I get my hair done because that's something I like doing. I don't like looking any kind of way. I get my nails done because that's something I'm into. I love color. I love glitter. I love nails. That's something I'm into. When I was growing up, my mom didn't always have the time to do stuff like that. Like, she kept my hair up, don't get me wrong. But when it came to the nails, she didn't really like start progressing that with me until I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's something I like doing. I like looking good for me. If my man notices it, he notices it. And that's I appreciate that. But I do it for me. And like I said, whatever your man don't notice, another person will notice. So I don't understand why she even felt that way. I don't understand why Lyrica felt that way. So it was just crazy to hear, but it was sad at the same time. But it's like, she tells her friends that she blocked A1's number. Oh, my bad, you guys. So she tells she tells her friends that she blocked A1's number or whatnot. And it was just like, okay, so I guess A1 came to communicate about the baby. She also lets us know baby Ocean is 4 months. Baby Ocean is so cute to me. Somebody said earlier in the comments, I was looking at a video earlier, somebody said her baby looks just like Mama Pam. I personally don't see it. I think she look, well, I think he looks more like Lyrica G. But then again, you know that old saying when they say like, if you can't stand somebody when you're pregnant, your baby come out looking like that person. And I know she had a rough time with Mama Pam last year, so I guess that's why some people say that, but he looks more like Lyrica G with the eyes, and her mom eyes are big or whatever. And I'm not saying that to throw shade, because when my babies were little, they had big eyes too. They took after their dad for some reason with the eyeballs, so or whatever. But I thought the baby was cute. And then moving on from that, her friend basically asks her, where is A1 now? So Lyrica tells her that he's on tour right now. He'll be back next week. He has a show here. She was like, let's pop up on his ass and confront him. And I'm just like, oh God, now we finna do this ratchet shit. We finna like pop up on people's shows. And Princess didn't really agree to it, but she was just all like, you know, just looking. So moving on from that, I didn't get to introduce her in my last episode because like I said, it's so hard when I'm not taking notes. We get Brittany B. And Brittany B has wrote songs for K. Michelle, Bad Baby, and other people. And she mentions it in this this episode too. And she is in the studio. No, well, actually, she wasn't in the studio. She was with K. Michelle, and K. Michelle was singing a song, and she had the lady who's going to be her surrogate with the triplets there. And last week I said twins. I literally thought it was twins. I didn't pay attention. It was triplets. Like, oh my God, girl, bless your soul, because I couldn't do it. Anywho, yeah, so they was talking about that. K. Michelle lets everybody know this is her fifth album. After this fifth album of R&B, she's going to start doing country singing. And before we talk about K. Michelle, rewind. April walks into the studio. She says, with all the drama with Omarion and all the mess that was going down in her life, she needs to focus on her first love, and that's music. So she goes to the studio and she meets up with Moniece. Her and Moniece talk, and Moniece basically tells her the music is going great. She says she's almost done with her album. She's trying to do a little tour with her band. Okay, Moniece. So she invites April. April said, girl, is you crazy? We were just cussing each other out. You were just saying my coochie was all spread throughout the internet. And Moniece thinks this is funny. At this point, I thought Moniece had a plan, but she was dead ass serious. She was just like, I already apologized about that. We're not going to kill each other. If our baby daddies can go on tour together with all that drama, we can go on tour together too. And basically, April just say no. She's sitting up here talking about, oh, well, Fizz is going to be questioning me. And it's like, okay, if y'all just friends, why does it matter? And even Moniece was like, okay, fuck him. Why does it matter? Then she talking about something. I don't want to say yeah and I don't want to say no, but it is a good suggestion. I'd rather be on your good side than your bad side. Okay, now back to what's her name? K. Michelle. So Moniece tells K. Michelle that her and Lyrica have an idea. Not Lyrica. Her and April have an idea of doing music together and going on this tour. Of course, it's K. Michelle. K. Michelle talking about, this is a stupid idea. I don't have. What is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? In the midst of that, Brittany B was trying to talk to April about music and how she writes music and help artists and stuff like that. And April is just downright disrespectful. April sends up here, oh, I sing. And she was trying to tell her, like, she helps artists and, she's very strong. She's very hard on them. She's talking about, well, everybody's opinion doesn't matter. And then the lady was trying to tell her where she's from. And then she's like, well, I'm from Compton. And I'm just like, and I was here for Brittany. Brittany was like, see, people like you think a little bomb is going to get you somewhere. And it's women like me and K. Michelle who bust our asses, sweats, and tears and blood and get what we need. So I was just like, oh, child, here we go. But yeah, K. Michelle thinks it's stupid that they're trying to, like, kumbaya all of a sudden. Then she points out, do Moniece know you kiss Fizz? I don't care what nobody say. Kimberly was being messy. K Michelle was being messy, but she was doing what most of us wanted her to do, and that was to get the information because we all want to know the tea. And of course, she denies it. She sits up here saying that she did not kiss. April says she did not kiss Fizz, and K Michelle talking about some girl. You is in the group. You go from the singer to the one that was in the group quiet, and I was just like, oh my god. Then she asked Moniece, are you still in love with Fizz? And Moniece basically says she's not in love with Fizz. She loves Fizz for the sake of her kid. That's it. So that was that. Moving on from that, we get this scene where, what scene did we get? I'm not talking about the whole K Michelle and her egg situation. If it happens, it happens. I just don't care too much for that. Moving on from that, we get this last scene that Mr. Ray is hosting. It's like a little party. You got Yo-Yo there. Mr. Ray is there. Summer Bunny is there. And Summer Bunny starts talking to Yo-Yo about the situation. She starts crying. And Yo-Yo basically tells her you need to have tougher skin. You need to, like, not let people get you out of that element. And then she just tells her how everybody looks at her like the home wrecker, trying to mess up people, marriage. I mean, that's what you basically put yourself out there, sis. You did that. No one did that. You did that. And so basically Yo-Yo tells her, let me tell you something. Female rappers in this industry have something valuable. Then she was trying to tell her that women always think that you have to give up the pudding just to get somewhere. She said, if you have real talent, you don't need to give up the pudding. So I was like, okay, that's one way to say it. And basically, she's basically saying, don't fuck to get in this industry. So that was that. In walks in Ray. Ray extra as hell. Ray J and Princess. He walks in. He up there, what the fuck is up? And he's happy to see Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo and Princess is there. And she hugs both of them, high fives them. And she tells Ray what happened with Summer Bunny and Apple Watts. And Ray J shouts to her, oh, you know my homeboy A1, don't you? And she's like, yeah, I do. And then Princess says what she got to say in the confessional. Princess is over here talking about some women like Summer Bunny. They just sits up here. They just hop from man to get from clouds. And basically it's true. And walks in Apple Watts and Lyrica, like they besties of the year. They holding hands, and Apple Watts is fucking hilarious. Apple Watts all the confessional. Yeah, bitch, let's see what you got to say now that Lyrica here. And I'm just like, oh my god, she really finna be the crackhead this season. She really finna be the crackhead of this season. That was Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Thank you for liking this video. Share this video. Click on this video. Comment. I love it all. And I will catch you guys next week. I'm still debating, do I want to do a video on all the drama that went down last week and the week before last with City Girls and Alexis Scott wilding out at the Cucumber. I just haven't had time to do it because I've been busy and I'm still trying to move into my apartment. Like I said before, I'm living with my best friend. So it's coming. I just have to have time to do it. Like when I have downtime, quiet time, I can do it. So thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.